The months of April and May bring a huge boom to the tourism industry in the state of Uttarakhand owing to the beginning of the Char Dham Yatra, when lakhs of people visit Gangotri, Yamunotri, Kedarnath, and Badrinath sites for pilgrimage. This time is a great time for hotels, for buses, for flights, for even helicopters that are used to ferry these pilgrims. However, there is one particular entity that does not fare so well during this time. These are the mules that are used to ferry pilgrims to the top of the peaks to visit the pilgrimage sites. Kedarnath is arguably the longest trek in the Char Dham Yatra, and as of now, there are 8,000 registered mules in Kedarnath. The extent of mule injuries and deaths during the Kedarnath trek are an unacknowledged tragedy since most of the administrative attention is focused on pilgrim welfare. The pack animals, on the other hand, suffer from lack of proper access to facilities for rest and medical aid and the lax implementation of animal protection laws. Animal rights activists working in Uttarakhand point out the need for a carrying capacity and its implementation.
So there was a carrying capacity for people, not for vehicles, not for horses, but for people that was decided by the government of Uttarakhand, by the Department of Tourism. But that was scrapped last year. And right now there is no carrying capacity that the government has adhered to at all, despite the fact that government's own committee of under the State Animal Welfare Board specifically said year before last that 3,800 horses is the maximum horses that can be used on the Kedarnath track. The matter had gone to NGT also regarding the carrying capacity, and the NGT appointed a committee in which there was the Central Pollution Control Board, the State Pollution Control Board, the GB Pant University, etc. And again, the carrying capacity for horses turned out to be 2,250 horses only on the entire track. The state government right now for horses has declared a carrying capacity of 5,000 based on no science and no facts and no real measurement.
The Uttarakhand Animal Husbandry Department, which deals with the mule business in the Char Dham Yatra sites, has a different explanation.
केदारनाथ जी की जो कैरिंग कैपेसिटी है, लास्ट ईयर एक स्टडी की गई थी जिसमें हमारी टीम में सभी जो भी इसके लिए माननीय उच्च न्यायालय ने निर्धारित किया था, NGOs भी थे उसमें, इंस्टीट्यूट से भी थे, विभाग से भी थे, पशु कल्याण बोर्ड से भी ऑफिसर्स थे, उनके द्वारा जो कैरिंग कैपेसिटी ली गई थी वो 5,000 खच्चर पर डे, जिसको बाइफरकेट किया गया था कि 4,000 यात्रियों के लिए और 1,000 यात्रियों के लिए जो सामान जाता है ऊपर, दुकानदारों का, मंदिर समिति का, निर्माण अधिकारियों का, 1,000 खच्चर घोड़े उनके लिए। तो इस तरह से 5,000 टोटल कैपेसिटी डेली की निर्धारित की गई है। और माननीय NGT ने ये कहा है कि जब तक हमारी कोई नई स्टडी नहीं आती है तब तक पुराने वाली कैरी कैपेसिटी को मेंटेन किया जाए।
However, the real situation at the Kedarnath trek is quite different, with authorities often overwhelmed with the crowds at the gate. We are at the Gaurikund gate, which is the beginning point for the Kedarnath Yatra trek. Now, this gate has registration systems for mules and palkis, which are the two ways in which pilgrims can get to the top of the peak if they don't want to walk. Despite there being a 3-step registration process for mules, which includes a verification ID, a license number, a registration tag, and also a new microchip that is inserted into their bloodstream, authorities at the gate say that every day they encounter almost 2 or 3 unregistered mules that try to make their way through. Despite a heavy registration process though, there are other lapses in registration, and a number of unregistered mules and their mule owners have also made houses and makeshift shelters on the track itself. So they never even come to the Gaurikund gate to be checked by the authorities. More than 200 mules died in the Kedarnath trek in 2022 and 115 mules died in 2023. 20 mules died within the first 20 days of the yatra in this year. The treacherous conditions of the route compel animal activists to push for stronger crowd control measures.
There are many lapses because of the huge rush of pilgrims. basically anyone who has been to the track will see it's a very narrow track on a very crumbly mountain. Sometimes, in places it's so narrow that if one horse is passing, another pedestrian also can't pass, alongside. So, and it's a stone paved path. The horses have metallic horseshoes, so they keep slipping also all over the place, and it rains over there very, very frequently. So, keeping all this in mind, keeping public safety in mind, keeping in mind the possibility of a stampede that might take a large number of lives, there should be very, very few horses, and even the number of people have to be limited first. Right now, about 50,000 people are visiting Kedarnath every day. So there is such a hustle over there that it's impossible to check the number of animals and the vehicles, etc. I mean, that mountain cannot take so many people. And this is a recipe for disaster. It's a ticking time bomb.
Government authorities, like the Chief Veterinary Officer of Rudraprayag district, agree with Gauri Lekhi's point and caution pilgrims against the use of mules on the yatra.
हम लोग ये मानते हैं कि म्यूल्स की सर्विसेज वही लोग लें जो वास्तव में जिनको उसकी ज़रूरत है. हर आदमी म्यूल की डिमांड करे तो वो तो केटर करना किसी भी हालत में ना हमारे लिए, ना एनवायरनमेंट के लिए, ना एनिमल के लिए, वो किसी के लिए भी जो है वो बिल्कुल भी suitable नहीं है.
The problem though that occurs in treks like Kedarnath and also other treks is that apart from the number of registered mules being higher than the carrying capacity itself, there are also a number of unregistered mules that work on these routes. Rough estimates that are given by NGOs and animal activists that work in Kedarnath say that last year in 2023, around 15,000 mules must have been operating on the trek. And while this year there are 8,000 registered mules, there must be around 12,000 of them that are actually operating. When there are a number of unregistered mules that are operating, ferrying pilgrims without any license, without any identification, and therefore without any accountability, this also makes it difficult for government authorities to plan accordingly about what resources to provide for them. When an unregistered mule is injured, is dying, and is abandoned by its owner on the trek, which according to animal activists is a sight that is seen too many times, the authorities, the government authorities, the animal husbandry department is not aware that this mule has died, and therefore this is not even counted in their annual estimates. The Gaurikund Gate also has facilities provided for the equines, which includes sheds that are there for their shelter, water troughs that are provided to give warm water which is necessary for mules to drink, and also a dispensary that has 2 vets and 2 para-vets which take care of injured and sick mules. However, when there is such an overwhelming crowd, these facilities tend to fall short. The water troughs that are there both before and after the Gaurikund Gate, even though they have geysers to provide hot water, actually provide cold water, which is not healthy for the mules to drink. Apart from that, the sheds that have been created for all the mules to rest are right next to the fast-flowing river, and despite restrictions, many mule owners let their mules go to the river to drink water, which is A, cold, which is not healthy for them, and B, also dangerous because the river is so fast-flowing. Thirdly, the dispensary has been under renovation for the past few months, which is why the 2 vets now dispense medicine out of a makeshift shed that is right next to their houses. There are 7 veterinarians and para-veterinarians that are stationed in dispensaries along the Kedarnath trek route to attend to injured mules. Private veterinarians that have worked with injured mules from the Char Dham Yatra, however, say that the issue lies not just with the access to facilities, but the mule owners' willingness to use them. Dealing with such cases of cruelty against mules, where owners denied treatment or medication to them, was another challenge faced by the local administration in Kedarnath, as there was no hospital for mules in the entire district.
यात्रा के टाइम पे कुछ हमको घोड़े खच्चर ऐसे मिलते थे कि जिनको लॉन्ग टाइम ट्रीटमेंट की आवश्यकता होती थी, जैसे एंटीबायोटिक थेरेपी हमको लॉन्ग टाइम चलानी है या फ्लूट थेरेपी हमको लॉन्ग टाइम चलानी है, लेकिन वहाँ पर हमारे पास हॉस्पिटल्स में ऐसी इन हाउस फैसिलिटी नहीं थी कि हम वहाँ पे पेशेंट वहाँ पे एनिमल आता था, उसको हम ट्रीटमेंट देते थे, फ्लूट थेरेपी हो, एंटीबायोटिक थेरेपी हो या कुछ भी हो, तो वो सब हम उसको फैसिलिटी देते थे। लेकिन उसके बाद फिर वो जो एनिमल था उसको उसका ओनर के पास दे देते थे, उसकी कस्टडी में। उसके बाद उसका ओनर उसको दूसरे दिन लेके आता था। अब उसमें कुछ ओनर्स ऐसे भी थे, अब हर जगह पे हर टाइप के लोग होते हैं, तो कुछ ओनर्स ऐसे भी होते थे कि लेके गए, फिर दूसरे दिन उनको लगा शायद कि थोड़ा सा ठीक है, उसको दूसरे दिन फिर दोबारा यात्रा में ट्रैक पे लेके चले गए। तो ये एक हमारे साथ बड़ा एक चैलेंज हो रहा था, क्योंकि हम लोग ये फैसिलिटी नहीं दे पा रहे थे वहाँ पर।
In 2022, the Uttarakhand High Court ordered the district administration of Rudraprayag to set up an infirmary for mules for long-term housing of mules that are injured or are subject to cruelty by their owners. This infirmary, set up in September 2023 and run by the NGO People for Animals Uttarakhand, is the first of its kind in the entire state for mules.
Earlier, there were a lot of FIRs being filed and a lot of legal cases being filed against people who were inflicting cruelty on animals. But because there was no official notified infirmary or an hospital where these animals could be parked, the problem was the animals were not being seized due to some or the other issue. But now that we have a facility where animals can actually be seized and housed till their litigation is pending, this ensures that there is some kind of a response to the cruelty, which acts as a increased penalty on the owners because the animals are actually taken away from their custody, and this has also increased a sense of awareness amongst the owners once they've realized that this can also happen to them and their animals can get seized and something serious can happen to them if they inflict cruelty, and that is what leads to prevention.
With the creation of the first ever equine shelter here in Kedarnath and also the first ever rescue of a mule from the Kedarnath trek that happened last year, Kedarnath is actually a pioneer in ensuring the health and safety of mules on the Char Dham Yatra and also on other pilgrimage sites in India itself. However, for this module to be implemented everywhere else, government authorities and mule owners have to come together to ensure the rigorous implementations of the laws that are already in place to provide for the health and maintenance of mules in India. This is Akanksha Mishra with Surat Singh Bisht reporting for The Print.